Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I just want to reach out to all of you out there. I hope you all are doing great. I hope all of you beautiful souls are doing good, and I hope you're able to get out in nature, enjoy the weather. Really, I know in my area where, all the snow is melted away, so, time goes by fast, even though it's an illusion, it's just that it does. So, if it's sunny out, get out, even if it's not sunny out, get out. There's days like right now where I am, like there's days that are a little iffy where it might be a little sprinkly here and then it stops and then it starts up again, where, hey, just bring an umbrella or have a raincoat with you, and it's amazing. I'm always impressed with runners out there. I'm not quite as like a runner like some of these other people that go out and they run. They are out, and I'm like, wow, they're amazing. Though I've seen a lot of people in my area where it could be raining. Ooh, sorry. It could be sprinkling out, and there they are. They might have not have known that it was going to sprinkle, but and they got to keep going to get back home. And where I've seen people get out, and it's cold out. I got my winter coat on, and there they are, still running. So it's really important to get out, and you feel so much better when you do. It's such a relief. I know the other day I got out, and it was a little not as warm as the other days were, but the breeze. It felt so great to breathe in that wind. It was just a little windy. I was by the river, and I'm like, wow. Even though like I didn't quite wear the right coat, I just was enjoying that breeze. It felt so refreshing. Near the river. It was so beautiful, and I got to see lots and lots of boats. I've never seen so many boats out on the river because it's this time of year that they all go out trying to get those fish. So anyway, I do love all of you, and if you have subscribed to my YouTube channel, I really thank you so much. I really appreciate all of you, and for all of you that take time out to watch any of my videos, thank you. Thank you so much. I do have some people out there that might be watching all my videos, and I appreciate you too, or leaving a message or liking my videos. Thank you. Some of you, even leave messages on Facebook, and I really appreciate it. If you want to see a change in the world by liking my videos and subscribing, really will help me to, with YouTube, to be able to get these videos out. So, not only I can reach people, but you would help me. You would actually be a part of that, and the universe will see that you're helping me, so you will be blessed by helping me by spreading these videos out, or, whether you share them with other people. And I never can tell if anybody's sharing them, not that I know of yet, so anyway, you could like these videos, and you can share them with a friend or a family or your dog, and you could subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can get in touch with me at Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook at Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. So I just got done making a video for parents, with kids. Um, of course, you better have kids if you're parents, to how to be the right kind of couple in front of your kids. So now I want to talk about couples, people that are, could be a boyfriend, girlfriend, or, even like you might be just friends, where you haven't quite, you're not girlfriend, boyfriend yet. You're just working on the friend level, or married couples, so, or, like older, I don't want to say older because we're all, I don't really want to call anybody older, other folks out there, that, they're getting younger, I know I don't want to, I say I'm getting younger every day, and, they say you're as old as you feel. Well, I don't feel my age at all. Believe me. I always tell my family is I'm 25. I'm staying that way. All my life, 25. I'm going to just say 25. It's my favorite number. Why? That's my birthday number. 25. Um, no, actually, a lot of good things happened in that year when I turned 25. So anyway, I do want to reach out to couples and, just to see how you are doing. If you have a loved one, congratulations. This is for people that might be struggling in a relationship where I want to help you, and it's hard to say, what kind of problem you could be going through. Sometimes it could be financial problems, that's a big one with couples, or, like a trust issue, where you might not, trust your partner, maybe you feel like they're being unfaithful, or maybe they are being unfaithful, where they, that's a very hard thing, and I'm working so hard on not going in the past. So, anyway, with, there's so many reasons why, couples do not work out. I mean, like, the list goes on and on. It could be that, one person is growing and, they're changing their life around where the other one doesn't want to change. They want to stay the same. And that could be a big, huge area, in couples where one is growing and, wants to keep growing, and they're working on themselves, where the other one, and it could be guy or girl, it doesn't matter who, who you are. But if you're in that kind of relationship, communication is always the key. You can say, hey, I'm really, this is what I am working on right now. I want to exercise more. I want to get out in nature more. I want to start eating healthier more. I don't want to hang out with the people I used to hang out anymore. And it could be really hard to be in a relationship like that, and depending on if you're, like a boyfriend, girlfriend. Now, if you're friends, if you're just friends and you haven't even got to the boyfriend, girlfriend part, that's not such a big deal, because then, then kind of where you stand, and you haven't really done anything, hopefully, not anything, no kissing or all that stuff yet. So if you're just friends, without the sex involved, where, it's not too late, you can always back out, and look for somebody that's willing to grow with you, but if you are in a relationship like a boyfriend, girlfriend, then, that's not as bad as when you're married, so I want you to understand is no matter if you are just friends, or no matter if you are a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or husband or wife, it is never too late to, number one, first try to work on your relationship, communication, if you're trying to grow and the other person doesn't want to grow with you, you could say, hey, really, I don't know if this is going to work out, because I want to grow, and, I see that, you're going backwards, I'm going forward, and, how is that going to be, for a relationship later on? And that happens a lot, where one of you might be more mature than the other, in different ways. There's all different kind of maturity levels, different kind of maturity, where, and it is strange, where there's sometimes, whoops, sorry, I had an itch. Where there's sometimes women can be more mature, at the same age as a man, where she might be more mature than he is. And then there's times where a young guy, it's shocking when I see it, but I discovered this. It's like, wow, where there could be young men, depending on how they were brought up, that could be way more mature than somebody, like older, like 50 or 60 years old, where the maturity level is really great, and that's hard to find. very hard to find, so it's really beautiful when you find even females where, there's guys that, a lot of guys I see that would love to be with a really young girl, like 18, once they get 18, they're like, yeah, I want to be with a girl that's like really young, super young. But, and then they find out that the maturity level is, they got a lot of growing up to do. They might look good on the outside, their bodies and, their skin and their hair and all that stuff. But how's their maturity level? They have a lot of, they haven't experienced life yet. And it does take time when they're young. And, like with guys and girls, they get hurt easily because it's their first time going through it, or, maybe it's their second and third time, and it could be their first or second, relationship or whatever, where it is very difficult. I know, like, when teenagers, their hearts get crushed. It just like, it's like the end of the world kind of thing when you're young. And then when you get older, after you've gotten crushed so many times, you kind of get used to it, and you're like, and then you see the warning signs, and then you're kind of preparing yourself for it, so you really definitely want to make sure, no matter who you are, no matter what kind of relationship, whether you're friends or boyfriend, girlfriend, or husband or wife, that you really think about the kind of person you're getting involved with, like, are they going to be the kind of person that you can see the rest of your life with later on down the road? I know you're supposed to stay in the now, but you got to really think about your future in that part, like to say, hey, I want to spend the rest of my life with this person, and, is this the kind of person that that's going to help me get through, where we can be a great team together, where, the maturity level, and do you have the same kind of goals? I know I do have a friend out there, and I haven't met this person, like, so, like, he's like like the leader, really, he is, like, and everybody has their own beliefs, like on stuff, but I've been working really hard in my life, like to change different things, and to create a new version of myself. So, I got my, it's like I'm kind of, it takes time. I got some areas that I got to mature, so you got to really communicate with a partner that you have, and, is your relationship exciting? Like, do you go out and do the same stuff, or are you living together, and yeah, you're paying the bills together, you work, he's got his job, you got yours, but you don't spend any time together, why? You really, I'll tell you, that has been one of my biggest things right there, as far as when it comes to relationship, is I always want to make sure that whoever I get involved with is that, and I understand that everybody has to go and work and they got responsibilities. I'm fine with that. I desire to be with a man that is going to be responsible, and, like to work, and not that he's got to take care of me, but, like, you got to have balance when it comes to that. It shouldn't be just the guy going out to work, unless you have that agreement of, like, maybe if the woman is staying home raising kids, that is the greatest job she could ever have. Or, sometimes these days where, like my son was doing it for a while, is that he was staying home, like one of the parents got to stay home with the babies, it's not the greatest thing to, like, decide to have babies and just have other people babysitting your kids. Well, why did you want kids if everybody else is going to babysit them, really? If you were all about money, then maybe you should not have had kids. But if you have kids, it's kind of too late for that now, right? So, you want to make sure that, like, like, if you're growing and you're changing, and, there could be some of you that could be, like, deciding to create a new version, like you're, like, a version of yourself, like I am, where I'm like, I want to become a better human being, like, to better myself, and let go of some of my old habits and my old ways of thinking, so you might have somebody that you're with that's more mature and more spiritual or something, where they can help you and teach you like how to do those steps to do that switch, like where, like there's people out there that are like master teachers or spiritual teachers or like mentors that, like you can watch YouTube channels where, they help people out so they can learn how to, like make that change, and it's so important. Like if you do, maybe you want to exercise more, change your eating habits, and maybe the one that you're with doesn't want to change, maybe they want to eat meat and you don't want to eat meat. Do you really want to be with that person? Like is it going to be a stumbling block for you? Like if you don't want to eat cake and ice cream and they're eating it and you're like, oh, I gave it up, but it looks good. And, they could really pull you back, and where you might not be able to grow like you really want to. There's a lot of people out there that are couples, whether boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or wife, that they're miserable. They don't want to, they do pay their bills and they might argue and fight who's going to clean the house and who's going to do this and that. And, with me, I'm actually that type of girl that, hey, I'll do all the cleaning, I'll do all the cooking. If you can handle my cooking, I don't feel like I'm a bad cook. It's just that, like you have to have some kind of balance. Like, hey, you take the garbage out. I'll do the cooking and cleaning. I take garbage out here. If you want, I'll do the garbage. It's just that you have to have an agreement with those things. And there's couples out there, what they do is that they might have issues because maybe their work schedule and stuff like that, where they don't have time. Whoops. To clean, where they might have hire a cleaner, like what I used to do. I used to clean houses, so you got to do what works. Do you really want to hire a cleaner? Where really, I'm a cleaner where you really don't know. There's some cleaners, that out there that might not be very honest. I did know one before, where they were actually stealing their jewelry and their money and actually inviting people in their homes. They would go on go away for a weekend or a holiday, and here they are. They're in their house doing all kinds of funky stuff. I'm not saying that all of them are like that, but there are those out there that do that. You know, so really, to me, like both of you, should be able to clean the house without a problem. It shouldn't be a big war, and the house shouldn't be messy. If the house is messy, then, it says a lot. Like, it's good to have a clean house, and I'm not saying that you have to have, be spick and span. When I was actually cleaning, there was houses that I did clean for people. I didn't clean for the houses, but I did clean for the people. And, where, if there was a speck of dirt on the floor, wow, that was like a big no-no. You don't want to live that kind of lifestyle, really. You got to have balance. You can't be, like, it can't be that uptight. I know I read my Bible and it does say stuff like that. You don't want to be too super, super clean, or dirty, dirty, dirty. There's got to be, where you both can, have the bathroom clean and the kitchen and all that stuff, and the refrigerator needs to get cleaned every so often, so, like you got to figure out what works for each other, and that sometimes is a big, 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 big problem in relationships, is who's going to do what, who's going to vacuum, who's going to, don't worry, I'll take care of all that stuff. I'm a cleaner, so yeah, and I cook, so, it is good that if you have somebody, like it works out great with me where I like cleaning. I don't mind cleaning and or like cooking, all that stuff. And yard work, like I do love gardening, so like who's going to mow the yard? So, and that's where it doesn't work out so bad when you can hire somebody to mow the yard, because they're not in your house. They're just going to come by as long as you leave that check for them, or the cash, or whatever, how you pay them, where if you can't keep the yard up, like where you can hire somebody, but you shouldn't be arguing all the time about the house chores, or who's going to do this with the kids. And if you have kids, those can be areas where it can be, maybe have two different sets of rules with the kids. That's where the mommy and daddy has to come together and say, hey, this is, we got to have an agreement, and you got to stay to it, though. Like, the dad or the mom, I'm not going to, I'll pick on both of you because it does happen to both sexes, is that, like, say if we'll pick on the daddies first. Sorry, dads. Like, if the dad is the one that is the one that like lets the kids kind of get away with stuff, or maybe spoils them rotten, you know, where really that's not really good, for the kids. Okay, you got to really, when it comes to making rules for those kids, I didn't have that when my kids. I took care of my kids on my own, but you have to make sure you're both on the same page. Those kids are not stupid. Like, really. I love, and the way the Bible is to have the man to be the head of the house, and every family doesn't do that. There's some women that are the ones that are running the house, or what they say is wearing the pants. But whoever is the, you can't have a two-headed monster in the house, put it that way. It's got to come down to one person. Somebody in that house is going to be the one to make the final decision on what they're going to do or not do in the house. So whether it's going to be a guy or a girl, I prefer men, like a man. Of course, I don't want two men. Um, like, where he's the one that he can always say, hey, honey, I feel like we ought to move. And he could say, what do you think about it? Like, he could go to her and ask for input, and see what she thinks about it, and if she says, I really don't want to, like, I got my family here, and, the list can go on and on. My friends are here and this and that, but he's thinking the better the family. Hey, like, I could get this super job. I can make more money for the household, like, where we can be more abundant, really, where it, like, somebody's got to, like, now you're at this thing, should you move or not? And then you're going to argue. Are you going to argue? Like, sometimes you do. You got to let go of things and people, you know, um, to better your life. And, really, you got to have one person that's going to be the one that has the last word on that, and that's that's another topic on relationships, where sometimes that does happen, where, you get some people, it might not even be a couple, it could be family members or friends, where you might have an argument where somebody has always got to have the last word. Is that you? Where, you always got to have something at the end. Whether it's right or wrong, you always got to have something at the end to say something to make yourself feel better, you know. So when it comes to kids, you got to come together. Like, even if it was mommy spoiling the kids rotten, you don't want to spoil them kids rotten, really. Don't overbuy for them. They get used to it, and then they want it. And if they don't get what they, then they get attitudes and stuff. I told my son, don't spoil your wife. That was one of my tips for him. Like, it's okay to go and get her something when it's not a holiday and stuff, but don't, that's what happens to a lot of men, and it could happen to a lot of women, mainly probably men, because, a lot of men like buying, their women, because they know women like stuff. Well, everybody does like stuff, like things or whatever. But, like, you don't want to overdo it, when you get together with them. And sometimes that happens where, it's almost like the guy or the girl is kind of buying them with all these things, these material items, like, thinking, oh, if I just keep on buying them stuff, they'll just stay with me, and, like, everything will be fine if I just keep buying them stuff. No, it won't. Take it from me, it will not be better. It will get worse, because, like, it will get worse. I'm not gonna, there's things I could say, but, because if you spoil them in the beginning, and, like, you're constantly always buying stuff, and say if something happens where you financially cannot do it, maybe you got to pull back on the money, like, and tighten things up or whatever, for whatever reason, um, your loved one, whether it's a guy or girl, could end up having a tantrum, because they were so used to always, going out to the mall or, buying this or that and getting so used to it, that it could spoil 'em rotten, where, they might want to, like look somewhere else for somebody else that, like a sugar daddy type of guy, I know like on dating apps, I definitely got a lot of those men out there that did want to be my sugar daddy, like, hey, do you want a sugar daddy? No, I don't. Like I didn't even know the guy, and I'm not that materialistic kind of girl, you know, so you just gotta, really when it comes to, and when it comes to finances, where's the money going? Who's the spender? Where, like what kind of bills do you have? Is it back payments? Like how much money are you spending on food? What areas can you cut back on? Like are you buying too much junk food? I go in stores shopping and here I got all this healthy stuff in my cart and it's easy to look around and you're like, wow, like you might be waiting for somebody in line or whatever and say, wow, they got a lot of junk food. That stuff adds up. It does. And it's not even good for you. So it's going to add up, and then you got to really figure out where's the money all going, have a budget, and if you got kids, like it's hard like when the with the kids you don't want to spend a lot of money when they're little because they're just going to grow out of the clothes, so you don't have to have a put a lot of money. And at Christmas time, like not everybody celebrates Christmas, like so, like you got to really think of, like how much, that's what happens with parents is that they overdo it when it comes to Christmas time. They feel like they gotta have a full tree of presents, and you don't have to have that many presents for them. Let them be really grateful for the little things in life. Not that because you know what, when they say if the one year the whole tree is loaded with presents and then the next year you're financially hurting and now you can barely afford, maybe only have $100 now, and now they're going to get upset. Now they're going to have a tantrum because they remember the year before. They're like, oh, all the stuff we had last year, and now, so you got to really think of the, where's your money going, or what kind of job do you have? Are you even getting paid what you're worth? You might have to think about getting a different kind of job to better your, like your income in your house, like where you can financially do better, or is it just one person working, like, and it's just, you got to really, those things really can affect couples, like how much money they're spending. Is it really necessary to have that many bills? You might have to go out and get help, like to have a budget plan or something where you can say, hey, this is, something's got to change, like, or if that person is always wanting to blow money all the time, like on unnecessary stuff. You got to look around. Some people say they can't afford this or that, but then you see the things they are buying. What are, like you can't afford that, but look at all the stuff, like a lot of material stuff that, like can you eat it? No, yeah, I can't eat that item. Are you wearing it? Are you putting it on your body? And, like how much did that shirt cost? Do you need to spend that much money on a shirt? If I'm abundant and I am rich and like I am a millionaire. And, like if I go in the store and I see something I like and the tag price is a ridiculous price, I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't really need that bad, even though I'm rich and I'm abundant and I'm, like all this is that I don't really need it that bad. I'm going to find something, a different price. And, not too long ago, it's kind of funny. I think it was last year. It's kind of funny. I went to the mall and I had to get sandals, and I love them. Here they're $50. I go in another store, find another pair of sandals, not the same color, same kind of, not the same brand either, but it's kind of funny. Like $20. I'm like, huh, ain't that weird? And I'm like, put them side to side. There's really no difference except for the color. I'm like, here, one's $50, and you might spend more than that on your shoes, like here, that's the most money I've spent on a pair of shoes. So I like saving money. I'm not a big spender, like, I like spending money wisely. I'm not really big on buying like material stuff like knickknacks and decorative decorations and stuff like that. Um, I get cheap little stuff from a Dollar Tree. The most money I put is on my arts and crafts, but I'm being creative. So that's where my money goes. You want to know where my money goes? Arts and crafts. Yeah. You know, um, so not on really on my clothes so much. It's arts and crafts or cleaning. I like to be clean. I need shampoo and stuff, but I don't spend a lot of money there. So other reasons, people, like what kind of friends do your boyfriend or husband goes out, girlfriend or husband or wife, boyfriend, girlfriend have? Maybe they're not the right kind of company that you want, or how are their family? Did you get involved with somebody that their family is not, like they're really critical and maybe they're always getting their nose in your problems and stuff like that? So sometimes it is wise to move away. It's like, hey, like, let's move away. And anyway, I could just go on, but here we're at 30 minutes here, and I do want to make these videos shorter. So yeah, it's just that you really, communication is key, and you might, if things are not working out really for the one that you're working with, you always want to try to work it out with that person. And if you can't, you might have to just let them know, hey, I'm just going to have to let you go. And it doesn't matter if they're married or not, or just boyfriend or girlfriend, because if they're not willing to change with you, like, you might be growing and they might still be immature, like, or need a lot of areas that to grow, and they're not willing to change, and they don't want to change the kind of friends that they have, and their friends are not good, not that they're good or bad, but you know that they're hanging out at the bar, and you're like, maybe they're gambling a lot, so is that that's going to continue, like, and how long do you want to be in this situation where they're going out and, wasting their life away, and they're not even encouraging you to be a better version of yourself. They actually don't want you to change, and if you're in that kind of situation, really, you might want to think about, like, backing out of it, like, or, like, and don't jump right into another relationship, like, give yourself some time, work on yourself, and really it's like, if you are in that situation, it's a lesson to learn, is not to, like, to try to really think twice of who you get involved with the next time around, not to, you got to focus on your wants, not on your, what you don't want in life. So focus on the things that you want, and hope for the best, believe that the universe will have that special one out there for you. And the universe does. The universe has got the greatest taste. I'm impressed big time. So anyway, this is Starlight. I love all of you so much. And you have a great night. You can like this video. You can, yeah, give it thumbs up. You could share it with a friend. You could subscribe to my YouTube channel. And you could leave a message down below. And if you want, you can follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook at Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. So this is Starlight. I love all of you, and I hope you really get a lot of help from these videos. This is Starlight. Love and light. Peace.